So there was a post, Artur Beterbiev, after he won by knockout again,
Okay.
and it says Beterbiev has one of the most underrated defenses in boxing.
What?
Now,
Who posted this?
I don't know who this guy is. His name is Coles on Twitter. Now,
Okay.
the whole point I brought up the interaction with people in our comments and things like that, it's because we have it all the time, and sometimes people take fandom and throw it out there and say some shit like that.
Right.
And then sometimes we say something, or I say something, I ain't gonna speak for you, and I put it out there. I'm a fan of something, so I'm saying this. There's also times where we're standing on just facts and you get the fanboy. So for this shit, I was going back and forth with him. I told him, post a clip of this defense that you're talking about. I said, what defense? He is a high guard, pressure fighter with exceptional power. If he didn't have power, he would be getting his ears boxed off of him. So they respond to that with, let me get the exact quote. This idiot watch another sport. Footwork and his range control is one of the best in the sport.
No, he's trying to recalculate. I told you, he doesn't have the fastest hands or feet, but he depends on timing and positioning.
Oh my God, these are the retards that we going back and forth with. Again, just because you watch the show, I appreciate it, but that's ridiculous. Bivol has the exceptional footwork and the range.
Yes. Yes.
I wouldn't even call Beterbiev a counter puncher because I don't really see his knockouts are more punching through people. Where's the defense? Defense is Devin Haney. Defense is Shakur. Defense is Boots. These are guys that are making you miss, slipping punches, moving around you, or Bivol, where his hopping is throwing you off rhythm. Usyk, where his movement is throwing you off. He's taking angles at you.
Now I don't remember, and this is not to shit on Beterbiev because we like him. He's a good fighter. Whatever.
Exceptional puncher.
Now, this is where I just gotta just jump in and just. It makes no sense because I believe his last 3 fights was the fight that he just had, right? I think he fought against Joe Smith, he fought against Marcus Brown, and he fought against Yard. So last 4 fights, something like that. Now we know Joe Smith was going to get smoked. He doesn't have really boxing skills. He just has all power. He started boxing pretty late. He was a construction worker, Long Island, New York. Shout out to him. But he started pretty late, so we knew he didn't have those type of skills. But Yard rocked Beterbiev.
Hand feints and hand gestures, it's going to slow him down. He thinks that Yard is going to counter. Boom! There it is.
Yes.
So did Marcus Brown.
Yes.
And also, the last fight that he had, Colin Smith caught him with a couple of good shots that kind of stunned him. Where's this underrated defense is this guy talking about?
Also, those 2 guys that you named within Yard and Marcus are pretty good in terms of movement.
Right.
They're not exceptional, but they're good movers and good boxers and did cause slight problems.
Right.
Again, if you listen to what I said, it's clear. He had the power to overcome their talent. Yeah. He's not, and I want to make this very clear, he's not going to do that to Bivol. Bivol is going to box circles around.
Absolutely not, yeah. Bivol's not staying there.
So we don't even got to go into a whole episode on the breaking it down. Exactly what they said is wrong, but it's going to show up. He doesn't have good defense and it's going to show up. He doesn't have good range and it's going to show up. He doesn't have great footwork and it's going to show up because he's fighting a guy who is exceptional in range, exceptional in footwork, And in my opinion, the only thing that could hurt him in that fight, could hurt Bivol, is if he decides to sit back like he did with Canelo. If he takes that fight in the middle of the ring, like when he fought the bigger guy that I like, Zorro, which I picked Bivol to smoke Zorro, and he did.
Yes.
This is going to be the same case. The only difference is I don't think Bivol's going to be able to smoke Beterbiev is because he is an exceptional puncher.
Right.
Exceptional. So he's got to be a little more safer. But he's going to outbox him. He's going to outbox him. Oh.
It is frustrating. Like you said, if you are a fan of a fighter, that is cool. You should actually probably say that before saying a stupid statement, because honestly, that is not a good one at all. Beterbiev does not have great defense. He has okay defense, but his power is what builds him out of a lot of his fights. Not saying that he couldn't win if he had less power, but his power definitely plays a huge factor in a lot of his fights.
That. I'm saying it. If he didn't have exceptional power, he would be average, below average. He doesn't have this counter-punching IQ. No, it's not there. Defense is exactly what we're saying with slipping punches. Now, sometimes a guy could be a great defender and just be a high guard dude in terms of like Winky Wright. Winky Wright didn't really slip any punches. He just put his fucking guard up there and took away whatever you did and responded with an incredible jab. But even with that, to me, that's just a high guard. You know, he had the best high guard. He doesn't have the superior defense. No, he has the best high guard.
Yeah.
So there's a mix of defense. Defense could be your hands being up. Defense could be your head moving with your hands down, or it could be a mix of both. Or it could be your feet where your hands are by your fucking waist, but no one can catch you because your feet are so good. It's a blend of all that. And with that whole blend, Beterbiev has none of that shit. I want to thank all our subscribers. We have now hit 1,000 followers organically. We appreciate everyone. Tell a friend. The best boxing podcast out. Thank you guys for your support.